It's officially October, which means Halloween is just around the corner. So I thought I'd start off the month with a story about a real-life vampire who's come forward to tell us all what his life is like. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know right now on IO. Hey there, this is InformOverload, I'm Charlotte Dobre, and if you need a place to get your news on YouTube, smash that subscribe. Before I get into this video, tell me in those comments what you're gonna be for Halloween. I am going to introduce you to Andreas Bathory. By trade, he is a fashion designer and psychologist, but he is also a real-life vampire, as in he drinks blood and he sleeps in a coffin. Andreas says that sleeping in a coffin helps him connect with the souls of the dead. So how does one really decide to become a vampire? Well, Andreas is from Romania, and Romania is already a place with a pretty scary history. In fact, the idea of a vampire actually came from Vlad Dracu, aka Dracula, aka Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the Impaler ruled Romania in the year 1448. Back in the day, Vlad had an infamous reputation in Europe for being incredibly cruel. According to a Catholic monk who managed to escape from his prison, Vlad had two monks impaled to assist them to go to heaven, and also impaled their donkey because it was upset about its master's death. Aw, Vlad the donkey? Really? Damn! God, why you gotta do me like that? Just a poor donkey, he didn't do anything to you. Vlad loved to torture people, and his favorite method of torture was impalement, hence the name Vlad the Impaler. So he would stick people on these spikes by their butt outside his castle. Vlad's thirst for blood became even more famous after the printing press was invented, so lots of stories about him were circulating around Europe in pamphlets. Vlad ended up being assassinated when he was marching to battle against the Ottomans. Apparently he got quite a few enemies in his time. Dracula became the vampire we know today through Bram Stoker's 1897 novel. Stoker's named Dracula after Vlad the Impaler. So the fact that Andreas lives around this culture might have influenced him to become a vampire. But on top of all of that, Andreas says that 4 years ago he had a dream that changed his life forever. He says that in this dream he was visited by a figure. The figure was a warlord with a taste for blood, and Andreas believes that this figure chose him to spread his message. Spoiler alert, the warlord that Andreas believes visited him was Vlad the Impaler himself. In this dream, Vlad called Andreas his son, and afterward Andreas brought an offering to the place where Vlad the Impaler was killed, and Vlad apparently told him that his life would change forever from that point. Now Andreas actually lives really close to the tourist attraction known as Dracula's Castle, which is Bran Castle in Transylvania. I've actually been there, it's pretty darn cool, but Vlad the Impaler didn't actually live there. He never even went to Bran Castle, so that's kinda just just a way to get people to come there. That being said, it's a great tourist attraction, and I actually documented it in a vlog on my personal channel, so I posted a link to that down below. So what were we talking about? Right, Dracula. So back to the story. Since his dream, Andreas has actually become a pretty prominent vampire. He was elected the leader of the DRACULA coven. The DRACULA coven claims that they formed when Vlad Dracu was assassinated in the year 1476. They've been continuing their traditions for the last 600 years. There are actually quite a lot of people who claim to be vampires, but Andreas doesn't really interact with many other vampires because they sort of I guess taint the idea of what a vampire is supposed to be about. He says that the modern vampire community is full of sexual practices that work against the nature of existence of the higher self of the vampire. He was quoted saying, "The vampire within doesn't fulfill itself through sexual deviance, blood, fetishes, or BDSM. This is not the way of the vampire." I'm allowed to imitate him because I am also Romanian, okay? So don't get offended. Shh. Drinking blood is actually really unsafe. You can definitely get diseases from drinking the blood of other humans, but Andreas says that he actually takes safety measures to ensure that he's completely safe when he drinks blood. Instead of just attacking his victims and drinking their blood, you know, like a vampire, Andreas's victims come willingly. Please, Andreas, please drink my blood. Please, I need you to drink my blood. I feel like everything will make sense if you drink my blood. These donors are nicknamed Black Swans. Apparently there's quite a lot of Black Swans, so many in fact that they just flock to Andreas. He hardly ever has to ask someone to drink their blood. The donors offer up their medical history as well to ensure that the transaction is safe. But not everything about being a vampire is as easy as finding a blood donor. Apparently when Andreas went public about his vampirism, he got quite a lot of jealous online haters. When it comes down to it though, when you were chosen by Dracula to be a vampire, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alrighty guys, that is all I have for you on that. It is time to do some comment replies. Comment dance. John said, "Them eyebrows are on point." Gamers Unite said, "Can you please be my sister? You're so upbeat and funny." I am not your sister, I am your queen. Practic said, "Please change dress, it's so eagly. But still love you." I feel so many things. I will change my eagly dress for you, okay? Diva Quintantilla said, thank you Charlotte for this important info. You are very welcome, Diva. Jack Dempsey said, why is IO so good? Legit been binge watching for the past several hours now. Well, thanks for doing that. You probably paid my rent this month. Not actually, but still appreciate it. If you also want to go on an IO binge, we put together a playlist for you that's right over here. And by the way, this is the end screen. It means the video is over, but if you enjoyed it, make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and notification bell, and I will see you in the next IO video.